Hi and hello watch fans and welcome back to the Glass Igloo outside the Pavillon at Geneva Watch Days 2025. I'm Rob Notes, your friendly neighbourhood watchmaker, joined by David Rocher, our resident provocateur, and we are joined by Matthias Stotz of Tutima to say all the wonderful things that don't get said often enough about this excellent German brand based in Glasgow, not too far from where I live, of course. Matthias, welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. So I'm very proud to be here and beautiful days here at Geneva for us as the brand and all for the collectors.
Now, so for everybody that's been listening to every episode we've put out so far, and I guess we must be around 20 episodes now, getting up towards that mark, we have commented on the temperature once or twice, but Matthias is the only man that's actually acclimatized to it, having prepared for Geneva Watch Days in the south of France. So thanks for putting in the hours and getting ready.
Thanks.
And wearing a jacket. Incredible. So tell us your story, because you're quite new to the brand, and tell us how you found yourself leading one of Germany's hidden gems.
So I was born in a watchmaker family. I'm a fourth generation of watchmakers, and I left to make watches, to create watches, and to do them by myself, by my hands. During the last 15 years, I'm leading a brand in the Black Forest, also to show and indicate a little bit more about watchmaking and story behind. And I jumped in Tutima in the beginning of this year, so I'm the new CEO since January 2025.
And you were previously at Junghans.
Yes, in previous days I make the strengths of Junghans again. It was in the year 2011 where we celebrate our 100th anniversary, and so there was a great time there. But now I'm really happy to be at Glashütte, the eastern area of Germany, and of course it's heart of fine watchmaking, so it's a little bit similar to the area here at Geneva and the Vallée des Joux. So Glashütte in Germany is the place to be to do fine watchmaking.
So we have complimented other people's watches in previous episodes, but completely seriously, without any insincerity, my favorite watch that I've seen on that entire floor is the Tempo Stop. So not only do we have that, I think, we have what we would say in French, so a French expression would be une belle brochette, like literally a beautiful skewer of watches. So I am extremely excited to be able to share those with you. But before we do that, Geneva Watch Days is a celebration of watchmaking, but I think someone could be excused for thinking it's only Swiss watchmaking. German watchmaking is something that's very apart. So could you maybe explain what separates German watchmaking from Swiss watchmaking, and then how Tutima fits within that frame?
Yeah, so I think in general, all the watchmakers around the world have to focus the same situation. The watches became smaller and smaller, step by step, and they have to be more accurate. But how it has to be done and what is the style of watchmaking, of course, is a little bit different. And Glashütte was in the past was the center of German watchmaking and disappeared after the Second World War. And so Glashütte watchmaking has not a situation with the quartz crisis in the 70s, and when Germany was reunified together in 1991, this was a new time frame which is opened for watchmaking, and of course it was very clear that watchmaking in Germany at Glashütte should be taken place on the highest level. And I think the company most known for fine watchmaking in Germany is Lange & Söhne. And if you're looking at Lange & Söhne, the aim of this brand was to compete with Patek in the beginning. So you have an understanding that watchmaking from Glashütte should be done on the highest level. And I think all our watches from Tutima, when we are starting going back to Glashütte in the year 2008, was to make fine watchmaking. So in 2012, the first product was launched. So 4 years after the decision to go back to Glashütte, Tutima was the first brand to show a minute repeater on a wristwatch made by a watch brand in Germany. So that was the starting point for Tutima. And it's very clear, like Lange & Söhne explained, we want to compete Patek. Tutima decided to start with a minute repeater. I think that's extraordinary as a new touch point for the brand.
So I am highly impatient to get my hands on those watches, but I do have one more question though. So you had said that Tutima wants to go basically face to face with some of the finest watchmakers in the world, but you do have a very legitimate military pedigree. And so when you look at the lines that you have something like the M2, which is looks one way and is excellent, and then you have the tempo stop, among others, which looks another way and is also excellent. So how do you manage to do both things so well? Is it the same designers working on different lines? How do you separate that and keep levels of excellence among the two lines?
That's a very good question. The first answer is luckily I have two wrists. On one wrist I can wear manufacturing watches like today, the novelty, the new Patria. On the other hand side, I have the M2, which is really a professional tool watch. So I always have to, the first thing I share the watch to you, and the tool watch is equipped with a lot of things inside. It's the titanium case, the bracelet. It's a sandblasted case without reflection. The pushers are inside, so it also protects the pilot when he wears the watch. The movement is inside, protected by an iron cage. We have a mu metal dial, so that the movement will be not influenced by any magnetism.
Sorry, did you say a mu metal dial?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Mu metal, finally, someone's using it. You know, there's an excellent article by Jack Forster, I think on Substack, where he talks about the, how should we say, the smoke and mirrors around the anti-magnetic movement in the watch industry and the soft iron cage and a soft iron under dial, and how it isn't really sufficient, and how it isn't a Faraday cage at all, and how the only way to really provide magnetic resistance is to use mu metal.
Yes.
So thanks for that. It came up in conversation earlier. Wonderful.
Of course. And of course it was the requirements from the forces in these days, and all these requirements had to be put inside. And there's an add-on which is unique with the brand. We are doing, of course, at the manufacturer, we have our own in-house movements like the tempo stop or the homage, the minute repeater. And here we have our own module. So it's based on a Swiss movement. It's at the 7750. But we have our own in-house developed and produced central minute repeater module on the M2. So also here we speak about fine watchmaking and a lot of technology. So I think that's a little bit closer. But of course, from the identity of the watch, it's a tool watch. It's a real professional for hard use. It's 500 meters water resistant, and so it's a big widespread. I agree with you. So on one hand side, the minute repeater, on the other hand side, the official pilot watch of the NATO is really wide. So today we are focusing during the Geneva Watch Days on the new Patria models, and that's the reason why I brought only manufacturer movements with me to introduce today.
Okay, so I think we have a minute repeaters. Let's maybe say that.
David, your face is hilarious.
No, I really was
in a sweet
sincere
shop.
when I said that
Yes.
these are my favorite watches of the show. So let's start with whatever one that you want to start with and work our way up.
I think we can start with the novelty.
Very
So
good.
I put it here. The first thing is the new Patria, and of course we have a lot of experience with titanium and the sporty watches. We use here titanium grade 5, first time in the Patria line. So it's very good to polish. It's a very durable. It's a skin-friendly material, and it's popular more and more. Also this year, I saw a lot of watch brands using more and more titanium. So we combine it and we reduce the diameter, so it's 41 millimeters, but the lug-to-lug dimensions are very comfortable, and you put it on a small wrist, you can feel, the watch feels like 40 or 39, and we have a good combination with this graphite gray dial and a sheepskin leather strap, which is very soft. So this time we are not made the combination of 80 karat gold and alligator straps. So this time we do it more modern, still elegant, and very comfortable.
Sheepskin.
One of the very few German
Love
words I know is wunderbar, and
Wunderbar.
that describes this one, and I presume the ones we're going to see next. So what's
Yeah, so we have 3 different colors. So I personally, that's my favorite. It's the gray one. It's the one I wear, and I'm very happy. But if we are close to the Italian area, to the southern countries, these people prefer more the brown and more light dials. So that's the next one. We have a silver dial and like a honey brown colored, very nice sheepskin leather strap. Inside we have our caliber 617 from Tutima.
So we can see from this caliber here that has the traditional
Yeah,
German layout, the 3/4 plate
Yeah,
architecture.
that's typical for to ask me about the difference. So
Yeah.
the 3/4 plate or is special for Glashütte watchmaking, and of course we have it in our movements. But we launched a new e-magazine for the brand. I think we will give you the link to share. And if you then look at our products, we put a picture on the Patria inside, and this nice e-magazine shows the view to the watch when we remove this 3/4 plate. So that's very beautiful. And you can see all the love we put in the details. So I can pass my phone to you. And there you can see how fine we do the finish of the barrel. We have a really, really extraordinary stop for the balance to adjust the seconds exactly. We have our own gold chasson settings. We have the mirror cut in the wheels. So there are a lot of details. So please have a closer look to all these details. And then you can understand how the watchmaking style of Tutima is done at Glashütte. And I think it's very important that you not only look on the dial and the case and the price, you also have to look how much real work from the people, from the watchmaker is done. And we have a free-sprung hairspring with a Breguet curve. We have our in-house pellet fork. So we do a lot of things in-house, and you can see if you jump directly in the movement.
Okay, so working through the belle brochette, we have 2 down, 3 more to go. What's
So the next one is the anthracite or nearly black edition. So it's a very nice contrast you have between the dials and the diamond cut index. And of course we use Super Luminova. It's a brilliant white color in the day. And if it's going dark, of course it reflects in a light blue color. So it's a little bit more modern. But this one is also a really, really nice watch.
Very smart.
And we have the small second. It's we have 21,600 beats per hour, and the power reserve is 65 to 70 hours. So it's very comfortable. And if you wind up the watch, the feeling for a hand winding watch, it's extremely important that you have a good feeling. And the ratchet is going softly back on a long way. So if the watch is wind up full, then you always have to go back to erase the strong power at the end of the winding process.
I see
So-
this. This is like a.
That's not only a small part which rotates, it's a very complicated assortment of parts working together to generate these good sliding back function.
I can confirm it feels wunderbar as well. It's good. Next watch.
So your favorite is the tempo stop.
Let's bring it on.
So coming back to your question, how you combine the pilot watches together with the manufacturing watches. If you're looking back to the 1940s, Tutima was delivering thousands of chronographs with the movement 59. That was an original Glashütte chronograph movement, and in the year 2019, we presented the new chronograph 659 from Tutima. So it's flyback chronograph or retour en vol. So we call it in Germany, we call it tempo stop. So you can start, you can stop, but you also can, if you push on start, you can directly make a reset, and the watch can indicate directly, immediately, without any pause. You can directly make a new start. So it's beautiful finish. We use our skills in-house. We have the same situation with the ratchet. We have the same Breguet hairspring. And if you can see the finish, I think we have not we are not behind any other watch brands in finishing. Yeah, you can have a closer look.
Yeah, maybe if you just heard of Tutima by name, and yeah, maybe it's easy to think that because the brands are in front of me, I'm saying this, but this really was, like, when you like a watch, you just get a feeling. I got a feeling, and I now get to hold it outside of the case, and it's even better. It just my expectations are even increased even farther.
This is reassuringly heavy.
It's
the heaviest
to
watch,
go
right?
from
It's
those previous
beautiful.
3, which were time only, to go to the tempo stop. There is a clear difference in weight to go.
Well,
along
yeah,
with
we
it.
had grade 5 titanium versus, what is it, 18 karat gold?
That's 80 karat gold, and the diameter is 43 millimeters. So it's a little bit bigger, and of course it uses a more heavy material.
The engraving on the balance cock is also gorgeous. It's a cursive Tutima. I don't know if you can see that on the screen there, but really is beautiful. Attention to detail is top notch.
And we're going to finish. Don't pardon the pun, because I'm making it totally on purpose. We're going to finish on a high note, I think, with the minute repeater, right?
Yes. So it's called homage, and homage is, of course, is because it's a homage to the founder, and the founder of Tutima was the same guy who founded Europa and UFAC. And Dr. Kurz selected all the best movements and saved it for Tutima. And so Tutima was getting this name because it's coming from the Latin words tutus, tutissima, so, and it means it's safe, it's protected. And today, of course, you can see the cases are very strong. The watches, all of are having a good durability. We always taking care for the highest quality levels. And when we make this minute repeater, we take care that the sound of the watch really is very, very good, and it's not too fast. Today there are some more minute repeaters on the market, but we also can give the sound to you, and I will set up a good time, and then you can hear. And it's slowly enough that you really can enjoy it, and that you can easily count it.
Okay, so I am going to hand this one back to you. I've given it a good wind, so you can select your preferred time and then give us the chimes. Question, is this 18,000 operating frequency?
No, it's the
21.6?
21,600 is.
It's beautiful, and it's screw balance, so variable inertia, very nice. That ratchet, the spring on the click is incredible. Oh, I need to show this off, sorry. That's the open case back. I forgot I was on a podcast for a moment, then I thought I was in a boutique. I'm about to buy a watch. How much is this one?
So it's a little bit below than 200,000 euro.
Okay, better not drop it then.
I have to take it back, of course.
Really?
Yes,
You
of
have
course.
to?
Yes.
Oh, what a shame.
But I
Okay.
wish you a good time without a watch.
So while you're setting the time and you're gonna send us off on that high note,
So I think if it's a minute repeater, you have to hear the hours, you have to hear exactly the quarters, and of course you need to hear the minutes. So I put it here in front of the mic. I hope you can hear it.
Beautiful.
You got it?
Got it. Yeah.
It's a little bit noisy here.
Yeah, well, it came through pretty clear, and what a thing, what a piece.
So it was specially developed with the Fraunhofer Institute to make the sound different than in the past. I think you really can relax. If you spend so much money on a watch, of course it must be a pleasure to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So I think always every look on the watch on the backside should be really enjoying you, and if you hear it, exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, it speaks of an incredibly high quality and great standards. All of the watches are fantastic ambassadors for the brand and the work that you're doing out of Glasgow once again. I've walked past the factory hundreds of times, and
Okay.
I've always looked through the window, wondering why I've never been inside. So I'll have to arrange a visit sometime soon, because it would be great to see the work taking place in Tutima's hometown. Matthias, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, so you're warmly welcome. And so at the moment we are at the extension building, so it will be finished next year. And of course, we are in front of our 100th anniversary in 2027. And looking forward to your visit. You're always welcome. Take a closer look to German finest watchmaking at Glashütte, at Tutima Glashütte. Thanks.
Couldn't say it any better myself. Please join us again in, well, let's see, 29 minutes for more coverage from Geneva Watch Days.